Ho ho. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. What's up?
Yeah. Let's get into it. To it.
Where that cubicle at? One more time for the home team. Yeah, man. Get these settings right. All right, there we go. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Where that crunch at?
Yeah.
All righty. Let's get to it. Clear Vision's show, not podcast. Show, not podcast. What's up, my people? Mr. Al Pete in the building. One more again. Stadium music for the people. Yeah. Hopefully everybody is good. You and yours. You know what I'm saying? Trying out some new stuff, but the trying out ain't trying out, but we're going to keep on pressing on because sky is the limit. And you know that you can have what you want, be what you want. That's fitting, boy. 15. Yeah. So hopefully everything is good with you and yours. Hopefully your week has been good. Your weekend is better. Whenever you're listening to this or watching this, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to pull up something. Again, I am not prepared like how I want to be, like how I should be. But, we got to get into this habit of just doing the darn thing, right? All right, so, yes, there we go. Let me see if I can pull this in real quick. Download. All right, so I want to talk about Clear Visions, the podcast. Clear Visions, the podcast. I want to show y'all this. Hopefully, I'm sure it's not going to show. Oh, there it is right there. Round of applause. Stadium music. Why am I at the bottom of it? I wonder how this looks at me being at the bottom. Nevertheless, yeah, that's interesting. Let me see. Move this around. Let me see. We'll see how it looks in post. Whatever. But we got to figure it out. Listen, thank y'all so much to the people that listen to the podcast. Granted, I've been doing this podcast for a long time. Clear Visions podcast has been around for a great minute. But I guess I'll give some pointers. Well, let me let me use this for the clip. For the promo clip. Stadium music. Thank y'all so much for listening to the podcast, supporting me through the audio experience. 2,500 people downloaded it and listening to it. So thank you so much. I am very thankful for every small, medium, and large victory that comes my way. And I am a component of celebrating the small wins and the large wins. Celebrating the win every time you get, because when it comes to this space, people don't have to listen to you. So somebody feels like my podcast is something to listen to. So we're going to celebrate the 2,500 downloads that we got. All right.
How about that?
Oh, no, that's not it.
in the criminal justice.
Oh, that's not it. I'm playing. There we go. There we go. I'm playing all the flowers for the culture drops. Nevertheless, we're going to have a new episode out this week. We got to record that. But again, thank y'all so much for listening. Stadium music for myself, man. Indeed, 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 indeed. So, let me explain real quick because the promo clip is done. The promo clip is done. The promo clip is done. All right. I am very excited about this because I don't be promoting this, man. I do them with the intent that when I guess, kind of got back into it, or bike in Duval style, back for the world. When I did it, I was just kind of doing them with the intent that, okay, this is just like my personal, not personal journal, but like my professional personal journal. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try some things out, have some conversations. Whoever at the moment was tapped in when I moved over to Buzzsprout, because I solely was just posting them on my page. But whoever solely listened to it at that point is the ones that's gonna get it. So I'm very thankful that the people that know about it still listens to it or whatever. But to my people that don't know about it, feel free to go back to it. You can definitely go to my page, mrlp.com/Clear Visions Podcast, and listen to it there, because they get the clicks from that. Or you can send it to you can listen to it on Apple, Spotify, whatever your fancy feels like doing, okay? But 2500. Cheers. So yeah, holding space, stadium music, all the things in between, man. But very thankful, very thankful that I'm able to get that 2500. Okay. All right. So, moving on. The Don Lemon situation. Don Lemon, Georgia Fort, and the other brothers and sisters that have been victimized when it comes to reporting journalism. So, I want to speak on that briefly. Not too heavy on it, because I was going to have somebody come on the show and kind of speak on it from their political aspects. But me being and this is kind of freestyle. I said I was going to write something down, but I'm just going to speak on it from my heart or whatever. I'm speaking from the president of the Northeast Florida chapter, NABJ. I'm speaking from that perspective, okay? And I'm definitely speaking on it from a general feeling that I have, but I just want everybody to be safe. I understand that we need to be a little more vocal on things. I feel like we definitely need to be vocal, but we strategically need to be rounding about things, having them conversations behind red doors, being in alignment with other people and other organizations that can strengthen us where our weaknesses are. When it comes to being an African American or a person of color in this world, whatnot. But I understand all those things. I don't speak on it a lot. I don't speak on it a lot, but I can speak with this wholeheartedly by saying let's make sure that we're being safe in these streets and whatnot. Know what we're supposed to know, and do what we're supposed to do. So, to any journalist, whether it's a citizen journalist, traditional journalist, or whatnot, particularly here in Jacksonville, Florida, I want y'all to understand that NABJ, the Northeast Florida chapter of National Association of Black Journalists, we are definitely a safe space. Okay, we want to make sure that we advocate for you in the most corrective way that it looks for you and for the community that you serve, etc. We want to make sure that we fight with our words, fight knowing that the First Amendment is going to make sure it's going to protect us. But overall, I want to say to my people that are a part of the chapter, as well as people that have been thinking about joining the organization, joining the organization from a national or local standpoint, that over here in Northeast Florida is definitely a safe space. We're always going to have a safe space. I was talking to he don't even know that he's my mentor or not, but shouts out to Charles Griggs. But yeah, we are the care package over here. Okay. Now certain situations we might not be able to tend to, but we do have alliances elsewhere that would be able to help that. You know what I'm saying? If it gets to a point where, legal stuff comes into place, we have NAACP. There's other stuff that we have the nationals, NABJ that we can reach out to. That is a firm group of people that support. But I just know, as the president of the local chapter here, you definitely have a safe space. I just want to make sure that I reiterate that you have a safe space to be able to be respectfully vulnerable, talk about issues and stuff like that might need some advocacy, or just a place to just like wind down. Us black folks, we gonna put something together where the black and brown people, we gonna put a party together and we gonna relax. So we gonna have a social and a gathering just to kind of diffuse or whatever. But at the same time too, I want us to understand that a fight is still in place, that needs to be in place. But in the midst of fighting a good fight, let's make sure that the fight is good. And part of that is definitely being safe in these streets, man, and knowing what's right. Knowing what's right and knowing what's the good fight. I'll say that. Shouts out to John Lewis on that. So just want to say that from the perspective of the president of the Northeast Florida chapter of National Association of Black Journalists. And if you want to join the crew, get into the groove of things, feel free to hit me up directly, or just go to or hit up the email NEFLNABJ22, the number 22 at gmail.com, and send us a inquiry saying that you would like to be a part of what's going on. We'll make sure that you're a part of the newsletter. We make sure that all information that is very important to the journalists, and not just journalists either, y'all. We talk about the communications media space, all right? Like, we are one. Like, we all need to be one. Like, all the way from the producers, all the way to the bloggers, to the podcasters, to the marketers, to the PR people, like that whole community. So, yes, in the light of Don Lemon, Georgia Ford, and all the other ones that have been victimized and have experienced this situation. Yes, journalists, we talk about you, but at the same time too, like, we are all family in this communication media world. So I want to make sure that everybody, each and every one of y'all that are a part of the communication world, when it comes to being a black or brown person, you have a safe space over here at NEBJ. All right. So more information will come out on that later, but please make sure you follow in the website, NEFLNABJ.org. Follow us on the website. I mean, not websites. I already said that. Follow us on social medias, Instagram, Facebook. We try to put out as much information as possible. And please make sure you sign up for the newsletter. All that stuff will be in the notes below. So, all right. And make sure you follow the YouTube as well. We have interviews with some of the coolest people that exist in the communication media spaces, from city council people that are communicators as well as authors. So, yeah. So that's my speech on that. Okay. All right, let's get into some things. 1 second. Where are my notes? My notes. I had some notes. Oh, Grammys. I don't want to talk too much about it because we're going to be talking about it definitely on Flowers for the Culture podcast. Shouts out to Riri. Stadium music for that. I'm finna play one of our drops.
Man, why you ain't help him up? Shit, I just got back in town, man. How the hell I supposed to know he was coming?
It's a running joke. Oh, hold on. Let me see. I wonder if this is the Law and Order that we did.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police, who investigate crime, and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
That's not it. I thought I had it, but it's the one where I flipped and I put my name and Crown Riri, but With all being said, you hear it. Go check out the podcast when it comes out. So the Grammys. Two things that I want to mention: the D'Angelo dedication, crazy, crazy. Stadium music for that, please. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, a lot of people always, it was funny because this particular round, I was like, I feel like the vultures, the culture vultures are not even, well, let me tell you that, man, not even the culture vultures. Because it's people in the culture. Well, no, we're going to say that. Culture vultures. People that have something to say about every little thing. And it be our people too. Like it be our people messing things up. But I was looking for it. I was like, somebody going to have something to say about this. Something. Now, I did have something, and I'll mention that a little bit later. I won't mention it now, but nevertheless, the something that I was going to say something about actually went great. So, listen, 20 out of 10. 20 out of 10, stadium music for that. Everybody that they had in place, everybody was fit in place perfectly. I wonder who directed that. I wonder who. Somebody online said it might have been Raphael Sadiq. So, if that's the case, I kind of see that. But the D'Angelo dedication, I'm sorry. All respects to Angie Stone for sure. Respects definitely to Roberta Flack because it was a Roberta Flack D'Angelo dedication. But all the people that was on there on that stage, chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. But for apparently people were like, oh, this is the best one. Because people be, when you do dedications to people, it got to be right. It got to be right. If it ain't right, get it out of here. Get it out of here, okay? That's how the people are. For the most part, I'm like, okay, it's a dedication. They did the best they could. It's never going to be the person that they're doing the dedication for. So I feel like we need to understand that part. But I don't know. They got it right on this one. They got it completely right on that. And also to Leon Thomas, Duran Bernard, and Kalani for winning awards. Shout out to Skills as well. Mad Skills got one. Some Grammys, but I'll definitely break those down. Me and we will break those down on our show. We will let you know when that's up. But yeah, man, the Grammys. All right. My people, Mr. Al Pete with the Clear Vision Show. What's up? Let me make sure. Hold on, let me get my sound effects. My sound effects are not in order. Oh, there we go. Stadium music. Stadium music for the people in the bike or in the back. In the back, whatever you want to call it. Today, I have my my good friend, great friend, correspondent. I'm calling him a correspondent because he is in these streets, man, from just a cultural standpoint, and definitely from a political standpoint. So let's give a round of applause, my man Jamal Steele. What's up, my guy? How you feeling, man?
It's another good, it's another good day here in the lovely, lovely city of Tallahassee.
Okay.
Tallahassee. I'm
Okay.
in
Cool.
Tallahassee. Equal Ground Education Fund, along with Black Voters Matter, the Clinton University, and many other organizations, Florida State Conference of the NAACP, many other organizations from across the state. We are here to do our lobby day at the Capitol. And so tonight was the reception. And I'm just here, bro. Like this is a 60-day thing that they do. It started on the 13th of started on the 13th of January. We end on the 13th of March. It's crazy. Literally end on the day before I get married. It's wild. And so 60-day affair of just watching these people pass ridiculous bills that doesn't help the people at all in any way. So that's why we're here.
Ooh, okay. Well, first off, congratulations on the wedding. The wedding. I hate to scare you on this, man, but the wedding is right around the corner for sure. Right about a month away, my guy.
It is. It is. Shout out to my wife. She just bought a dress today. Like I just, yeah. So go wildness. Yeah, but nah, man, it's gonna be an exciting time. It's y'all, if y'all got the RSVP, you know where we gonna be at and all the things. So it's gonna be a lovely affair. If y'all see some legislators in the building. If y'all see some rock and roll Hall of Famers in the building, just pretend like it's a family affair. That's all it
Ab-
is. A family
a-
affair.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, I'm not going to hold you too long, but I had talked a little earlier about the Don Lemon and Georgia Fort situation, which I'm sure you're familiar with, the whole like attack on journalists. So I just spoke on it from me being the president of the Northeast Florida chapter of the National Association of Black Journalists. So I spoke on it from there, and I just let the people know, we're a care package. Like we are here to be a safe space for them, give them as much love and advocacy as much as we can. When it comes to having a good fight, we have those people in place to be able to help that. And I would think like Black Voters Matter would be one of those places. The NAACP would be those places. Certain organizations that we can be able to be align people with. So I just wanted to get your perspective on it, man. Like, what were your thoughts on what happened, what occurred? You know, well, what are your thoughts on it from start?
So off the jump, as well as everybody else with the MPN network, along with me being an organizer with Black Voters Matter, I'm also the host, bro. One of the hosts of BLK FLA, the podcast. And so, like, this hit me really hard. It hit me extremely hard because, something like that could have easily happened at insert white evangelical church in Jacksonville, Florida. And we could have been one of those media platforms covering this. And the next thing you know, I'm chilling at the house with the family and ICE come knocking on the door. So it's like we have to we have to understand that right now we are in a really dangerous time. And the time that we are in right now is these people will literally arrest you for covering the news, for being a journalist. And I know certain people feel as though, podcasters, y'all not necessarily really operating in journalism like that. But no, like we are. Like we absolutely are. Like podcasters have a special story that they tell from any type of perspective. And for us at BLK FLA the podcast, we just so happen to tell that from a black political as well as black cultural
Mm-hmm.
perspective.
Yep.
I mean, you're a co-executive producer, man. So you've seen all of the guests that we've had on. We've had various state legislators on. We've had organizers from across the state on. We've even had individuals who are involved in journalism on. Our co-host, Natasha Sutherland, is the executive director for Florida Watch, which is essentially the communications department for progressive organizations in the state of Florida. So, like,
Yeah.
I was spending that day calling all of my journalist friends, whether sending a text to Miss Lynn and just seeing how she was doing in that particular on that particular day. Shout out to Miss Lynn Jones.
Mm.
I shot a call and a text to Don Montgomery up in Atlanta. I got journalist friends, bro, like that was like alarmed. I had journalist friends who was putting in their Instagram story that same day that was happening. The FBI was in their neighborhood
Mm.
circling. Like this is an alarming situation, and it's an alarming situation because the United States government is essentially violating 4 out of 5 of the rights that are covered in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Right.
And we have to understand that, like freedom of speech, freedom of expressions, freedom of the press, um, and the press and media who they have they have the joy and the honor of being able to they have the joy and the honor of being able to have what they do for a living be covered by the United States Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
But I know we're gonna get through this. I know we're gonna get through this.
Right.
And I know we're gonna make it through, and I know we're gonna be on top, bro. Um, it's just a crazy circumstance to know that your government can essentially operate in a state where they can just run around roughshod. They can just run roughshod on whatever they want to do, and nobody's going to give them any sort of checks and balances because essentially the president of the United States himself is also um, operating in criminal activity and been operating in criminal activity, especially knowing
Currently.
the stuff
Currently.
that done popped up in the Epstein files. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Currently. Yeah. Everything that you said, man, I definitely understand, completely support it. And it's interesting that well, not even interesting. I'm glad that you mentioned that, us being podcasters is just a same amount of responsibility, but care that needs to occur when it comes to people like us, because we're out here, definitely people like you, sir. Like, in the midst of me thinking about all the journalists that I know and the people that cover this news, I was thinking about people like you, because you in that front line. Like, shout out to you, Angie Nixon, so a couple other people that we know that are in the line of that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all serve just as much as well as journalists, as well as a person that actually that's in the field specifically. So I think about you
yeah.
all the time when it comes to that, man. So I appreciate you mentioning that, because I want people to understand the severity of being, what I'm saying, in this media space, and that whole First Amendment action, and understanding what's right and what's wrong, etc. So
And
yes,
individuals like us, man, who individuals like us who have the type of podcast that we operate in, where we have to present political data, we have to present political evidence, we have to make sure that our I's are dotted and T's are crossed when it comes to speaking on legislation and speaking on legislators. You know, we have just as much of a responsibility as a lot of people who operate in corporate media, a lot of people who operate in independent black media, because we are the ones that we are directly, as you stated, we're directly on the ground making sure that this work gets done. But because we're on the ground making sure that the work gets done, we want to make sure that we're presenting in the best way possible the work that we do and why it's important to the overall goal of us building black political and organizing power in our community.
absolutely, absolutely. All right, so I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man. Let us know. Do you have any encouraging words or advice or anything that you would kind of like send out to uh, journalists, or well, more so like the public, so the public can understand the roles of a journalist and whatnot? Do you have anything that you would like to share? Maybe encouraging words or any type of word that you think would be beneficial.
This year is going to be the year that a lot of stuff is going to break. This year is honestly going to be the year that a lot of stuff is going to break. This year is going to be the year that we honestly start to see that the people are going to actually start caring about everything that's going on in our communities, and we're going to start fighting. And so the best way that I can say for people to get into this fight is to study, arm yourself, and organize. There's plenty of organizations on the ground that you can join that will equip you from a political education type level to make sure that you up on everything that you need to know, and to make sure that you are trained, are well trained in this fight, because we are going to have to be well trained in this fight, all of us.
For sure, for sure. Jamal Stills, I appreciate you coming through, man. Let them know where they can find you at for the goods.
Listen, at Jamal Steele, JAMALSTEELE. I'm a recording artist also, so I got this new album that's gonna be dropping later on in the year. It's called Black Gold, BLK Gold. Also, it's BLK FLA the podcast, BLK FLA THE PODCAST, BLK FLA the podcast on IG. We coming with some episodes this year that's gonna be like groundbreaking and riveting. I promise y'all.
Indeed, indeed. All right, man. Clear visions, y'all. We will be right back. Last thing that I have real quick. I hit that button for whatever reason. I have a quote that I would like to share. Be careful who you build with because people will use your. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me run it back. Be careful who you build with because people will use you for the foundation and finish the structure with someone else. I'll read that again. Be careful who you build with because people will use you for the foundation and finish the structure with someone else. I guess I could say a lot about that, but I'm not. I think that's a very a quote that I feel like that yeah, people should be paying attention to a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah. Let me know what your thoughts is on that. Your thoughts is on that at Anime. Here we go. Hold on, y'all. For some reason, I had to do all this over. Let me see. 1, 2. Why is it? Hold on. Jesus Christ. Where am I at? There we go. Golly. All right. See, this is when I don't like America. Hold on. All right. Sheesh. I forgot to play that at the beginning, but this is a vision check. That quote was a vision check. Long story short, make sure you watch who you building with and who you talking to. Because a lot of people do not feel like doing the work, but they would do a lot of work to take over your stuff and taking it, just run with it, okay? So be safe out there, graduates. Cool. All right. I am out of here. Short one, man. I'm trying to get to the point where I can do it weekly. Another thing I want to mention. I would love to have some correspondents come on here. I would like to have some correspondents come on here. It would be cool to have some conversations, but I need people that are willing to do this and not looking for a dollar to be spent on them. Really want some dedicated people, somebody who I can kind of call on and just have some expertise when something's happening in the news. It's something that possibly could be planned out, but I kind of want to pick up the pace. I want to pick up my creativeness and see how sharp I am on that stuff. Okay, so hit me up if you want to be on some correspondent action, man, or whether it's fashion, business, or whatever, something that you can kind of come in and just give a 5-10 minute spill, and then I go back and doing the show or whatever. So let me know what your thoughts is on that. If you would like to do it, serious inquiries only. I definitely will be vetting because I don't want to waste my time. Okay, so all right, y'all. Y'all be good. Be good. Be good. Be good. Be good to others. And be good to yourselves. Mr. LP, Clear Vision Show. We out of here to the top.